Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with an updated vanilla video. So these are all of the vanilla fragrances that I have in my collection. I'm super boring. Vanilla is one of my top 3 favorite notes of all time. I adore vanilla. However, I have surpassed vanilla fragrances with rose. I actually have way more rose fragrances in my collection than I do vanilla, which is crazy, but I still have a ton of vanilla, so I'm gonna jump right in. So I'm gonna start with one that I just talked about in my Dua video not too long ago. This is Dua Drowning in Vanilla, and this is a clone of Nishane Ani. And it's beautiful. It's a very heavily spiced vanilla. It almost gives me Lune Feline vibes. The only difference is Lune Feline is heavy on the cardamom, and Drowning in Vanilla is more. It's not so much cardamom, even though I do think that there is cardamom in this. I just don't think it's as much. But anyways, really, really beautiful. I love it. I was holding that the wrong way, I'm sorry. It's just a beautiful, warm, spiced vanilla. I love this in the cooler months. So that is Dua, Drowning in Vanilla. Okay, next I have Next I have a Michael Kors fragrance, and this is called Midnight Shimmer. Yeah, Midnight Shimmer. This is, my top is so hard to get off. It's funny because when I first got this, I didn't love it, but it's grown on me a ton. Like, I like it a lot more now than I did. This is just a super sweet vanilla. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. It might have some plum in it or something. It's just a very sweet vanilla. Like I say, I didn't like this when I first got it and tried it, but the more I smell it, the more I like it. So yeah, it's just a really easy breezy, like no spice at all, just straight up sweet vanilla. So anyways, that is Michael Kors Midnight Shimmer. Next, I have a Pacifica fragrance. This is called Silver Moon, and this is vanilla, almond, and spice. This is a really beautiful, like spiced, very slightly almondy vanilla. It reminds me of a lotion almost. It almost reminds me of like a vanilla Jergens lotion or something. It's got like a lotiony vibe to it. I really love this. I really wish this lasted longer on my skin. I wore this to bed the other night, and by the time I fell asleep, I couldn't smell it anymore. It's such a beautiful fragrance, but yeah, it just does not last at all. So that is Silver Moon from Pacifica. Okay, and next we have an Essential Parfums fragrance. I adore this fragrance. This is called Divine Vanille, and this is so stunning, and it gets better with age. It smells slightly deeper, slightly richer than when I first got this. It's gotten like way better. I mean, it's weird, but that's the truth. This is a beautiful woody, just a beautiful woody vanilla. I love this one. It's woody but slightly sweet. It's, I don't know. This is one of my favorite vanillas in my collection though. It's like the perfect balance of everything. It's not too sweet. It's not too spicy. It's not too woody. It's not too anything. It's just this beautiful, like well-blended woody vanilla fragrance with just the right amount of sweetness. It's gorgeous. So anyways, that is Essential Parfums Divine Vanille. And these are so affordable. This is a huge bottle. I think it's like it's a 3.3 ounce bottle, and I think you can get these for under $100 on Lucky Scent. So that is Essential Parfums Divine Vanille. In fact, I think they're $75 maybe. Okay, this next one, I love this fragrance so much. I've had this for quite a long time. This is an Alexandria fragrance, and or an Alexandria fragrance, and this is called Vanille Doree. This is a clone of Spiritus Double Vanille from Guerlain. Now, Be Layered, which is the female line of Alexandria, same company, just female. They make they make a clone of Spiritueux Double Vanille as well. But I picked this up before there was ever a Be Layered. Yeah. I adore this fragrance. This is the most beautiful woody vanilla as well. Very slightly boozy. It's so, so good. And it's funny, I read a review from somebody, and it was somebody that owns this as well as Spiritueux Double Vanille. And they said in their review that they felt silly for owning the Guerlain one that they paid $260 for, because this one smells so much like it. So that I've never smelled the original Spiritueux Double Vanille, so I really need to get my hands on a decant. But now I feel very confident that this is a really good clone for it. It's beautiful, woody, boozy, warm, rich vanilla. I adore it. So that is Vanille Doree from Alexandria. Okay, next we have just a straight sweet vanilla. This is Outremer Vanille. I heard that this is being discontinued. I picked mine up at Anthropologie, and like I say, I heard this is being discontinued, which is so sad. This is like a beautiful cotton candy vanilla. In fact, I think cotton candy is one of the notes in it. It's gorgeous. It's sweet. It's fluffy. It's yummy. It smells like cotton candy. I love it so much. I'm going to be more sparing with my bottle if this has been discontinued. This thing lasts forever for being a vanilla fragrance. It lasts forever on my skin, and it was so inexpensive. It was $18 for this 50 ml or 1.6 ounce bottle, which is such a steal. I have something else that reminds me of this. I'm not going to freak out yet because and the cap of this comes off too, which I'm so excited, because when I run through this, I'm going to pour something else in here that I think is just as good. But anyways, that is Outremer Vanille, such a good one. Okay, this next one is the one that I'm going to probably pour in there because I don't have, this doesn't have a sprayer on it. This is something I picked up on Mercari. I love the bottle. It's a beautiful bottle. It's made by a French company called Lero Marine. This is made in France, and this is called Senteur Vanille. This is a huge bottle. You can see it's got like a paper, handwritten little label on the bottom, and it says number 703. Number 703. And I don't know if that's bottle number 703 of like, who knows how many, but I don't know anything about this fragrance. I picked it up off of Mercari because it was vanilla and because I loved the bottle so much, and it was cheap. I got it for like 15 bucks. It is a beautiful like vanilla extract type. Sorry, my daughter and her best friend just got home and they're loud. Yeah, so this one actually reminds me a lot of my my Vanille Doree. It's just not quite as woody. It's like if you took the wood out of the Spiritueux Double Vanille, that's what this is. Oh, it's boozy too. There's something super boozy in this. It's so good. It's kind of like a cupcake, like a boozy vanilla cupcake. I don't know. This is so good. It was such a find, and I'm so glad that I have it in my collection. It's amazing. But whoever sent it to me, they sent it to me without a stick. So like without a sprayer stick. So I'm just going to have to use it to refill something, which is totally fine. But anyways, that is some Mercari find that I am so happy to have. It's a huge bottle too. Okay, next we have Yves Saint Laurent Cinema, and this is a beautiful floral vanilla. I'm pretty sure this has a ton of honeysuckle in it, but it's a very, very floral vanilla. It's really, really beautiful. I don't have another vanilla in my collection quite like this. It's gorgeous. The only problem with this is it lasts all of like an hour. Seriously, the performance on this is so bad. And this is the Eau de Parfum. Yeah, this is the eau de parfum too, and it performs so badly. But it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, like I say, floral vanilla. So that is YSL Cinema. Okay, next I have a commodity fragrance. This is Commodity Gold, and this is beautiful. This is kind of like a caramel, almost a caramely vanilla, but it's not strong at all. It's a really, really light fragrance. It lasts all of 15 minutes on. I really, really wish this performed better. This would be one of my favorite fragrances in the world if it performed better. But yeah, it's a vanilla. I really love it. So that is Commodity Gold. Okay, next we have a Montale fragrance. I had a subscriber send this over to me really early on in my channel, and I have cherished this little bottle ever since. This is Montale Vanille Absolu, and this actually smells almost exactly like this. It's a very sweet, almost cotton candy-like vanilla. Yeah, it smells almost exactly like the Outremer. This lasts forever too. The Outremer lasts a really long time on me too, but this is a Montale, so it lasts absolutely forever. But yeah, this is a stunning cotton candy like vanilla. In fact, it smells almost exactly like cotton candy. I love this fragrance. I cherish this because it's one of my favorite vanillas in my collection. It is so yummy. It's just so good. So that is Vanille Absolu from Montale. Next we have a Sylvaine Delacourte fragrance. This was my favorite in the vanilla collection, though I would like to have every single one. They're beautiful fragrances. This is called Virgile though, and this is like an herbal smelling vanilla to me. This is very strong vanilla, but this has a really gorgeous sage note in it. And it's stunning. This lasts absolutely forever on me. I can spray this on in the morning and I can easily smell it 12 hours later. I wear this to bed sometimes. This is probably the classiest vanilla that I have in my collection, hands down. It is so classy. It's so like grown woman smelling. There's nothing juvenile about it. It's like such a classy, beautiful vanilla. I just love it. So that is Virgile from Sylvaine Delacourte. Next I have a Laura Mercier fragrance. This was like a $12.99 TJ Maxx find. I love this fragrance so much. This is called Ambre Vanille from Laura Mercier. Oh my goodness, and it is so good. It's sweet, and it's got like a beautiful amber note in it, but it's like a super, super sweet vanilla with the amber. It's so good. It's such a beautiful, it's like not quite gourmand, even though I think this says Eau Gourmand. Yeah, it's a little too perfumey to be like an edible type fragrance, to be like a true gourmand. Oh, but it's so beautiful. It's borderline. So, and I think that these are pretty easy to come across. If you ever come across it in TJ Maxx or Marshalls and you're not sure, I can definitely give it a big thumbs up. It's a good one. So that is Laura Mercier, Ambre Vanille. Okay, next we have an Al Rehab fragrance, and this is called Choco Musk from Al Rehab. Now you can get this in an oil, but I have mine in the spray, just because I prefer a spray. You would think, being called Choco Musk, that it would be more of a chocolate fragrance. This is actually more vanilla to me. Yeah, this is another one that smells very, very similar to Outremer Vanille. Really, really similar, or very similar to the Montale Vanille Absolu. These are very similar too. This, of course, does not perform as well as the other two. Oh my goodness, but for $10 or whatever I paid for this, it's totally worth it. You could just overspray the heck out of it and reapply it a few times a day and you would smell delicious. It's the most beautiful edible vanilla fragrance. It's got some chocolate in it, but it's It's not a powdered chocolate. It's not like a, I don't know. It's not a very prominent chocolate note. This is really all about the vanilla to me. So anyways, that is Rehab Choco Musk. Next, we have a fragrance that I've talked about endlessly on this channel, so I won't spend too much time on this. This is Van Cleef and Arpels Orchidee Vanille, and I love this fragrance. This is a chocolate vanilla. This is a true chocolate vanilla fragrance. This has a beautiful, like, powdered dark chocolate note in it. This is gorgeous. It's got some herbs and spices in it. It's like a dark vanilla. It's really beautiful. This is closer to like the Sylvaine Delacourte Virgile. These are more kind of herbaceous, not traditional smelling vanillas. They're really like on another level. But yeah, the Orchidee Vanille is closer to Sylvaine Delacourte than it is to any of the other vanillas that I own. It's just a really beautiful, unique vanilla. I know a lot of people have trouble with the performance of this one. I don't. I have great luck with this. This lasts for hours and hours on me. And I really, really love it. So anyways, that is Van Cleef & Arpels Orchidee Vanille. Okay, next we have a Diptyque fragrance. This is Diptyque Eau Duelle. Mine is the Eau de Toilette formulation. And this is a beautiful, dry, this is a beautiful, dry, unsweet vanilla fragrance. It's, yeah, this is not sweet at all. It's not gourmand. It's a very dry, slightly woody. I think it's also got some, maybe some herbs or spices in it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, dry, slightly woody, unsweet vanilla. So that is Eau Duelle from Diptyque, the EDT formulation. Okay, next we have got a Molinard fragrance. This is called Vanille Patchouli, and this is beautiful. This is just like a beautiful traditional vanilla, almost like the Outremer Vanille, but if you took out that cotton candy and it was just like a traditional sweet vanilla fragrance. That's what this is, but then add a ton of a beautiful hippie patchouli and you get Vanille Patchouli. It's so beautiful. I love this fragrance. When you wear it, you get the beautiful vanilla for about an hour and then it dries down and you just are left with the patchouli, and it is like a hippie type patchouli, so you would really need to like patchouli. But yeah, I really, really love this one. So that is Vanille Patchouli. Okay, next we have Casmir from Chopard. So this is like so normally I would say that vanillas are mostly safe, but this is the first one that I would say is probably not safe. Casmir is a very, this is a very different kind of vanilla. It's a little bit vintagey smelling, like in the best way possible. And let me tell you guys, Coty makes Casmir, and they also made Vanilla Fields back in the 90s, and these two fragrances smell almost identical to my nose. The original formulation of Vanilla Fields, which is what this is, I have a little vintage bottle of this. The original formulation of Vanilla Fields smells almost exactly like Casmir. So this, of course, is a fragrance that came out in the 90s. It definitely has a 90s vintage vibe about it, and so does Casmir. They're very, very, they're literally almost identical. And like I say, Coty makes both of them. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It is so stunning. I had a 1 ounce bottle, and then somebody sent this 3 ounce bottle to me. This is a 3.4 ounce bottle, so I kept the 3.4 ounce bottle and then passed on the 1 ounce. because I adore this. I do wish I had the lid because the lid is gorgeous. It's like a dome that comes to a point. It's so pretty. But I absolutely adore that. There's something so incredibly comforting about this. I think because it's a 90s style fragrance to me, it's just so incredibly comforting. So anyways, that is Chopard Casmir. Next we have Atelier d'Ors, d'Ors, and this is Lune Feline. This is beautiful. This is a super warm, very cardamom heavy vanilla. I adore this fragrance so much. This is another one that I would say is not safe. The cardamom is so heavy in this that it almost has that kind of burning rubber smell. Oh my gosh, but I love it so, so much. And I think that if you like spiced vanilla type fragrances, you would probably really like it. I was so lucky to have found this on one of the Canadian websites for like $140. I was so happy. But anyways, that is Atelier d'Ors, Lune Feline. Okay, next we have a Ganache perfume, and this is called Vanilla Oscura. And this is one of the most unique vanilla fragrances in my collection, hands down. It is, and I hope I can find the notes for this because they discontinue fragrances so often, and then I can't find the notes unless somebody has like put it into the Fragrantica database, which I don't think this one is, but I'll look. Yeah, this is the probably hands down the most unique vanilla I have in my collection. It's so stunning. I think it might have a little bit of honey in it. It's got like a beautiful tartness, but oh gosh, it's hard for me to explain this one. Yeah, this one is so hard for me to explain because it's so unique. This has got spices in it. It's like a beautiful spiced, maybe honey vanilla. I love it. Super beautiful, very unique vanilla. So that is Vanilla Oscura from Ganache Parfums. Okay, next is a Pacifica fragrance, another Pacifica fragrance, and this is called Cosmosis Vanilla Stardust. And this is beautiful. This is just like this is a beautiful cotton candy like vanilla, but it's got this ash note in it that gives it like a hint of powderiness. It's just like a hint of something a little bit different. It's beautiful though. It's mainly like a beautiful like cotton candy style vanilla though, and that's what it dries down to on your skin. It lasts all of maybe an hour, but it's such a beautiful vanilla. It's totally worth it. If you can catch these on sale, I wouldn't pay more than like $15 for one though, because the performance is so bad. So anyways, that is Vanilla Stardust from Pacifica. Okay, next we have Zephyr Oud Vanille, and this is from Alexandre J. And this is a beautiful, very rich, thick, syrupy vanilla with just a hint of oud in it. I have been kind of off oud for a little bit, but this isn't one that... This and my Lattafa, my Ragba from Lattafa, are two fragrances that, even not being really in the mood for oud, I can still wear these two. They're so gorgeous. Let me spray this on. Yeah, and you can see, this is like, it's so oily. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so oily. And I love this. This is such a beautiful, very unique, syrupy, sweet oud and vanilla. It's so good. So that is Alexandre J. Zephyr Oud Vanille. Now we're getting to roll-ons and little tiny bottles. Okay, so this next one this is a hidden gem in my opinion. This is Pure DKNY. It used to just be called Pure DKNY. I believe it's called Pure DKNY A Drop of Vanilla now. But this is a gorgeous vanilla fragrance. It really is a beautiful. This is an easy breezy, safe, perfumey vanilla fragrance. I adore this. I need to pull this out and wear it more, but it doesn't perform great, which is why I don't pull it out and wear it more. But I love this. This is like probably the easiest vanilla on this list by far. It's such a beautiful, slightly sweet, easy, perfumey, not gourmand vanilla. I love it. So that is Pure DKNY, which is now Pure DKNY, a drop of vanilla. Okay, next is one of my favorite fragrances in this entire collection here. This is called Strangeling from Sucreabeille, and this is not only the booziest vanilla fragrance that I have in my collection, but the booziest fragrance I have in my collection, hands down. This is such a gorgeous, boozy, woody vanilla, but it's basically like rum or brandy. It's either brandy or rum and vanilla, and it is so, so beautiful. It is so boozy. Oh my gosh, I adore this. This is one of those fragrances that I crave. Sometimes just out of nowhere, I will start to crave this and I'll need to put it on because it's like I'm just craving it. It's one of my favorite cold weather vanillas, and this lasts forever. I love it. The only thing with this one is it might not be a people pleaser, and you probably would want to sample this first. I don't know that this would be a safe blind buy because it is so incredibly boozy. But oh my gosh, I love this. I love it so much. So that is Strangeling from Sucreabeille. Okay, next we have an Atelier cologne, and this is Vanille Insensé, and this is beautiful. This is a really, this is a super musky vanilla. It's not powdery, maybe a touch of powder, but really, really, really musky vanilla. It's gorgeous. I really love this, and when I run out of this, which will not be long, I've really been rationing this because I don't want to be forced to buy a full bottle of this because I think Atelier colognes are so overpriced for being such bad performers. But this one, the Vanille Insensé, this one actually lasts really, really well. So I won't feel bad buying a full bottle of this. So anyways, that is Atelier Cologne Vanille Insensé. Next, we have a Seven Virtues fragrance. This is my favorite fragrance from Seven Virtues, hands down. This is called Vanilla Woods, and this is beautiful. This is a beautiful, this is a beautiful cakey vanilla, like a cotton candy style vanilla with a ton of pear in it. So you just get this beautiful fruity pear, cakey vanilla fragrance, and it is so good, and it lasts forever. This will easily get me through a 10-hour workday. I just adore it so much. So that is Vanilla Woods from the Seven Virtues. And then these last two are fragrances that were sent over to me by my sample angel. She sent these over with some boxes of samples, and I've been in love with these because I use them to layer so often. So these are oils from a company called Sweet Essentials, and what's great about these is they're made with organic oils. This first one is called Soft Vanilla, and it's just a beautiful sweet vanilla fragrance. And then this next one is called Fresh Vanilla. And this one it really is more of like a fresh, like a fresh vanilla extract smelling kind of vanilla. They're both really, really beautiful, and they are both excellent for layering. So if you want to just add a touch of vanilla to something, or you want to soften something up or sweeten something up, you can put these these oils on first and then go in with any kind of perfume, and they just make everything smell amazing. So I've been using the heck out of these to layer with, and I've absolutely been loving them. Again, those are from Sweet Essentials, and they're just perfume oils. And I've got soft vanilla and fresh vanilla. She also sent another one over called Jasmine Vanilla, which is amazing, but I don't use that one as much because it's easily like a standalone fragrance. You don't need to use it to layer, and really you don't need to use these to layer either. These are definitely standalone fragrances on their own as well. I tend to use them a lot to layer with because I like adding vanilla to things. So anyways, guys, holy cow, that was a lot. I have a ton of vanilla. I do not plan on stopping. I will be continuing to add vanilla fragrances to my collection. I need to get my vanilla fragrances up above my rose ones because vanilla is really my number one. So anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.